So guys, hello, welcome to my channel. So today this video I'll try to simplify the API. Okay, so what is the API stand for? API stand for Application Programming Interface. Now let me tell you like how that API is going to be work. So generally like enterprise level application has multiple layer. So first thing is layer our presentation layer or PL. So presentation layer here that all UI code will be there. Okay, like whatever you are seeing in the website, everything is there inside this presentation layer. Then we have business layer or BL. So business layer here main business logic will be written. Business logic in the sense of like some like Java backend coding, like Java coding, like you can say that Python coding. So everything will be written inside the business logic layer. So whatever data user is putting here or whatever data user is seeing here, so everything is getting processed through this layer. So this is another, you can say it is a processing layer. Okay, so it is a processing layer. Now then we have database layer, okay, or data storage layer. So what is this data storage layer basically? So data storage is basically store the user data or whatever data user is giving to us or a website or interlevel application website, that will be stored inside the data layer. Now so this is the main architecture has been followed all over that world. This is nothing but our enterprise level application. So every application in this world has follows this architecture, guys. Now what is the API comes a picture inside this thing. Okay, so let me tell you, suppose this is our UI layer, UI is there, okay, or our presentation layer is there. Then we have business layer is there or business logic is there, and here some backend code is there, okay. And then we have database layer, database layer. Now suppose let me tell, this is the presentation layer, it has located in separate server, okay, server 1. Business layer, it is located in separate server, and database it is located in separate server, and that server is located in different country or somewhere. Now how come they can communicate each other? So here API comes into picture. So what is happen if that, suppose this is our user is here, he is trying to access this website. So user send one request here. So request, this is our request. So this request goes to UI. Then what UI server will do, UI server will send that request to that our business server or business logic server. So here that request will, and it being processed. And suppose if that data is needed, then here that business server will send that another request to that our data base. Then the database giving that business layer to response, and then business layer again it gives to response to that UI, and then that final that response will come to that our user side. So this is nothing but the full process. So this is the request and response process, and this process is like controlled via HTTP protocol, or some different kind of protocol is HTTPS protocol. There is so many protocols are there. So this thing is nothing but our API. So here API is actually there is lots of types there. Basically two types are being quite popular. One is SOAP API and there is REST API. So now that latest type, some types are coming, that is fast API, and other 2 or 3 types are coming, but mostly the REST API is quite popular. So suppose I want to test this request and response. Okay, so on this case I need a separate some application. Through this application, that is our API testing application like Swagger and Postman. So here I directly hit that our API to this business logic layer, and directly hit that API to that database, and I'm getting the response, and based upon that my response I'll get to know that API is working properly or not. So on this case I'll not check that UI part of it, I'm checking the database and our business logic part of it. Okay, so like that way I can test the API. So there are lots of methods are there for API testing. One is get method, is quite popular. Then post method, if you want to put that something in that server. Then we have delete method if you want to delete that something, and then we have patch method. So so many things are there, on so many methods are there inside the API, guys. And based upon that status code and status response and time we can calculate the performance of that our application. We can calculate the, you can say that like proper assertion of that our response body, so everything will be checking in that API testing. So like that way that API is working. Now suppose a third party application is there. So suppose this is our application one. Now it has created some business logic. Suppose I am a new beginner guy. I have created a basic presentation layer application. So if application 2 I have created, I want this functionality to my application. What should I do? So this guy will give that a free API to us or paid API to us, and I directly call that API. So like that only this same business logic and this database I can access anywhere in that world. Sometimes what happen, like I need my own database. I just need that business layer. So what I'll do, I'll connect this database and that our front end to this business logic layer, and I can use this one. So like that only lots of applications are there in the market using that same functionality, because it is possible because of that API. So like that way this API is working, guys. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. I try to explain this API in a simplified manner. If anything is I missed out, please comment me. I'll try to improve. And thank you guys. Thanks for your valuable time. Thanks for watching this video.